What's up, everybody? Looks like we're back with another custom. I know I posted a few pictures of this custom that I'm working on right now on Twitter, and everybody's been asking a lot of questions about it. And so I figured I would go through a little bit of the process so that way, in case anyone's just interested in how I did it, or if you're trying to do it for yourself. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're not new and you still haven't hit the subscribe button, I'm a little upset. Make sure you hit the bell for post notifications so that way you know every time I upload a new video. So social media is a pretty cool place to meet different people. With the different things that I do, whether it's photography or videography or the customs, I've been running into meeting a lot of different people. And so a guy that I met that I'm pretty cool with now, Juan Brown, I'll put his Twitter handle up here. He sent me a pair of shoes that a lot of people consider bricks and they really didn't like. I thought about getting them myself because I already knew what kind of custom I wanted to do for them for myself, but I just never pulled the trigger. So he sends me his, and already the ideas are flowing through my head. The washed Denim 6. I thought this was a pretty cool shoe already. Juan got a hold of me and said, hey man, I got this idea. Can you do it? So he sent me the shoes. He also sent me some cool goodies. More than a sneakerhead. Got that Juan Brown reflective. I mean, I love stickers. Who doesn't love stickers? I love graphic tees. Got the Evo brand clothing graphic tee. Even got a dope button. All right, enough of the goodies. We got to work on this. Juan sent me a couple of pictures of the yellowish or that mustard colored Travis Scott 6, and we wanted to kind of do something like that. And I knew I was gonna have to mix some paint in order to find a color close to it, because when you see the different pictures, some look like orange, some look bright yellow, some look tan. And so we wanted to try to figure out a good mix for that. And then you also have this brown leather here, and this is really nice leather. I wanted to make this black, and we're gonna make that Jumpman red. So kind of something like, so this is the other shoe that I've done this one already. And this was a process because you don't have very many videos out there on YouTube or anywhere else that tell you how to paint a denim shoe. And so I went to Angelus Brand's YouTube channel. I happened to catch a video of someone actually painting a denim jacket.
The denim jacket is sort of an American staple in fashion. It ranges all the way from old westerns to Bruce Springsteen and beyond. And nowadays you can find them on the shelves of high-end fashion lines or at your local thrift store. Today, I'm going to show you how to take your own denim jacket and personalize it just for you. Today I'm going to be painting on a skull and flower design that I sketched out earlier.
So that helped me with my process on how to do this shoe. So the things that you're gonna need as far as products, and I'll make sure that I put the link down in the description of everything that I used. You're gonna need some jet black leather dye, some orange paint. I use a shattered orange, but you don't have to use shattered orange. Varsity red, yellow, some flat black, white, and then the Angelus Too Soft and Duller. Now you don't have to use these exact colors, but it's just what I used to get the finished product of that first shoe. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna tape off that sole, trying to make sure that we don't get any overspray or any extra paint on it. And then we're gonna have to mix some white with some Too Soft, because this denim here, this material, you wanna create a base on there for your yellow or whatever color you wanna paint the shoe. You wanna provide a base that's already adhered to the material. And so it's very important that you make sure that you get a nice base. Plus this blue denim, a lot of people ask me, did I dye this denim or what did I do? The first shoe that I did, one of the problems that I had at first was if you don't get the white underneath or get a nice base to cover this blue, if you just start painting yellow, for those who don't know color theory, blue plus yellow equals green.
I'm talking about colors, and I just love colors.
Oh, well, so does Elmo. Oh, and Elmo wants to learn more about colors.
You don't want a green shoe. You want a yellow, yellowish, orange, tan, whatever color you're gonna paint it, unless you're gonna paint it green, you gotta get this covered. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna mix some white with some Too Soft. We're gonna do a 1-to-1 ratio on the mix, so that way we get a nice base on the shoe. So we got it all taped off. I taped this off this way because when I come back with the yellow, I'm actually gonna airbrush that. It was just easier for me to go ahead and get it over with now. But then also too, when you're painting with that paintbrush, you don't have to be as careful around these edges as you would if you didn't have the tape on there or have it masked off. So now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna paint that white and too soft into the material. Too soft helps keep the material softer than if you just put paint over it, but it's activated by heat. So you have to make sure in between each layer, you're using the heat gun or a blow dryer or something to make sure you're setting that paint into the material. All right, so that's about 3 coats of white and too soft mixed together. If you're doing a custom on one of these, if you're gonna distress them and you don't wanna use bleach, this is another possibility for you is use the white with the too soft and then heat it up. It'll actually look like you did bleach them. Now Jamal actually distressed these before he sent them to me, so I don't have to worry about doing any of that. But one of the things that I do have to worry about is going from a dark color to a light color, especially with denim, some of the blue is still showing through. And so if I just say, hey, whatever color that yellowish orange color that I'm gonna put on top of it, if I just go straight with that right now, wherever you see blue, you're gonna see green. And so I'm gonna make sure that I cover that. So I could go ahead and keep applying the white with the too soft, but I feel like I got enough coverage already for something to adhere to. When you're doing these customs, don't cut corners because it's always gonna show in the end, but I am gonna cheat a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay an underbase of yellow on top of this, and you'll see as I'm spraying, you'll see some of that green showing because that blue is showing from underneath. But what'll happen is I can lay that yellow on top, lay a couple of coats, and that'll give me a good base to help cover up some of that blue. And then I'll come over top with my finishing color. So that's just one pass with the yellow. And I wanted to make sure and stop for a second and show you guys. You see how that denim underneath is coming through that yellow and it actually turns it like a greenish hue, and that's what you don't want on your finished product, which is why if you wanted to go ahead and do the whole thing with just white as an underbase, you could, but I wanted mine to be a little bit darker and more yellowish orange. When I lay my color on top of it, it's got a deep yellowish orange tone to it. So what I'm gonna do is I'll probably lay 1 or 2 more coats of yellow on top of this, and then I'll hit it with the final color. Only thing we have left are the finishing touches. This brown leather here, we're actually gonna use the leather dye and dye that black, and then we'll hit this Jumpman right here with some varsity red. Jamal left me with a couple of things inside there to try to incorporate. We got a couple of Levi's tags, but I didn't really figure out where to put them yet. Ooh.